All right, hello year 8s. I hope you're having fun. Before we start with more factorizing today, little question for you. Why aren't koalas actually bears? So I'll let you ponder that while we do some factorizing. Why aren't koalas actual bears? Okay, so today we're going to start factorizing. So this looks different than what we've done before. I have x times x plus y plus 2 times x plus y. Now let's think of this in a different way. If I had x times a smiley face plus 2 times a smiley face, well, what factor do they have in common? They both have a smiley face. So I can pull a smiley face out, and if I divide both of those, I'm left with x plus 2. So what we're going to do here is similar. If we've noticed, the brackets are the same. What's in the brackets are the same. So they have a common factor. They both have a factor of x plus y. So I'm going to bring that out in front. Okay, actually let's move this down just a little bit so we have a little bit of room to see what's actually happening. So what does that mean? We talked about when we factorize, we're actually dividing by x plus y. We're dividing both of these by x plus y because the factor that's we're bringing out in front. So x plus y divided by x plus y is x, and x plus y divided by x plus y is 2. So what am I left with? X plus 2. I have this factorized. Okay, so they have a common factor. So again, we need to always be looking for common factors. They're not always a single number. They're not always a letter or two. Sometimes it can be a whole bracket. Okay, your turn. I want you to pause the video. I want you to factorize this and then restart the video and see how you did. Okay, in order to factorize, and again, as you saw yesterday, sometimes we can't factorize. We need a common factor. Well, these both have a b minus 3. That's our smiley face. It's a times smiley face plus 7 times smiley face. So I'm going to factor out the b minus 3. So if I divide this whole thing by b minus 3, and I divide this whole thing by b minus 3, because that's what I'm pulling it out, those cancel, those cancel. So what am I left with? I'm just left with a plus 7. Now, how can we check this? Well, I could look at it this way. I can multiply the first thing, a times the b minus 3, and I can multiply the 7 by the b minus 3, which is what we end up with. Okay, I want you to pause your video. I want you to factorize these four in your books, and then we'll start the video and see how we did. Okay, let's see how we did. The first one, they have a common factor of a plus b. So I can factor out an a plus b, and I'm left with a plus 4. I'm left with this a and this 4 when I factor out the a plus b. The next one, I have a c minus d is a common factor. So I can factor that out, c minus d. If I factor out c minus d from the first term, I'm left with 6. And if I factor c minus d out from the second term, I'm left with minus d. Okay, the next one, my common factor, I'm multiplying both of them by x plus y. So I can bring out an x plus y, and I'm left with x, and I'm left with minus 7. Again, if we expanded both of these all the way, if I expanded this double bracket, and if I expanded this one here all the way, they would turn out to be the same thing. Okay, in the last example, they both have a k minus 6. So I can factor out the k minus 6. Now I'm left with a k here. And what am I left with over here? Remember, if there's nothing in front of a bracket, there's an imaginary 1. So in this case, it's actually a minus 1 that I'm left with in front of that bracket. Okay, so this is a technique. This is a sort of a partial technique that we will be coming back to and seeing again. So it is important to recognize this technique. That's it for this video. And I'm sure you're all wondering, why are koalas not officially considered bears? Because they don't meet the qualifications. See you later.